Welcome back to the Blitz. I'm Frankie Tovar.
I'm Angelina Martin.
Great to have you back, Angie. We have a special game this week, Harvest Bowl 18.
Yeah, and weird. It's the first league game of the season this year instead of the regular season finale.
That is very strange indeed. Interesting stats leading up to this game, both teams entering with 1 win apiece.
Even playing field there, but Turlock High School does lead the Harvest Bowl series 9-8 entering this game.
Yes, and this pre-league season has been very interesting. COVID complications and injuries have marred both teams.
It is the first Harvest Bowl for Pitman head coach Eric Reza as a varsity coach, so we'll see if he can pull it out.
Yes, very anticipated matchup, so let's get into these Friday night highlights.
It's the highlights.
A slow start for both offenses to open this game, with both teams finishing their first possession with a punt.
Some might say it was a fast start for the defenses.
Well, whatever it was definitely a fast start for the refs. Here's a 42-yard run from JT Foreman II, wiped right off the board for a holding. And on Pitman's ensuing possession, here's a pass interference call to extend the drive.
Anthony Ventura tries to make something happen with a 4-yard run, but Pitman turns it over on downs after a Drew Walker pass falls incomplete right here.
Oh, both players had to play for it, very close. Turlock, they get the ball back and they hit a home run as Cole Gilbert connects with a wide open Joshua Weatherby for a 43-yard touchdown. But the refs are back at it. No touchdown, that's a flag, but it is a 21-yard gain.
Doesn't make a lick of difference, though, because Pitman's defense holds strong, stopping Foreman on this 4th down attempt. That's a TOD.
Oh, yeah. Here, we see Walker find Jose Zamora III on a screen pass, but Weatherby sniffs it out, and it's a 3-yard loss. That leads to a punt and a spectacular punt return by Morgan Perrion. He picks up 37 yards and puts the Bulldog offense inside the red zone.
And now we've got a new face under center for the Bulldogs. That's Peter Mello making things happen with his legs. That's a 7-yard gain. And it looks like someone's going to score, but Foreman fumbles at the 1, and the ball tumbles into the end zone. It's a touchback, and the game remains scoreless.
Oh boy. Turlock now from his 40 after a Pitman punt, and Gilbert goes for broke. A perfect pass to Logan Hart for a 29-yard touchdown. That's the first score and the play of the game. And after a high snap on the PAT, Turlock yells red alert, and Brandon Reed finds Weatherby to make it 8-0 with 4:02 left in the half. What a turnaround.
And now Pitman is looking to respond on the first play of the next drive, but Ashton Balcom has a different idea. He strip sacks Walker, and teammate Martin Berteo recovers the fumble in the end zone. Just like that, Turlock leads 15-0, which is the halftime score.
Now, before we get into the second half highlights, let's recognize our sponsor. Are you a buyer looking to purchase your ideal home? Are you a seller wanting to get top dollar for your home? No matter what your real estate goals are, if you're looking to win in this market, Michael Rocha is your go-to realtor. Voted best realtor by 209 Magazine and Turlock Journal Reader's Choice, Michael Rocha has a proven track record of success throughout the Central Valley. Find out what Michael Rocha can do for you and your real estate needs by contacting him today at 209-485-5228. You can also stay up to date with Michael by following him on Instagram and on Facebook.
The Bulldogs pick up right where they left off with an 11-play drive to open the half. Gilbert keeps this play alive and delivers the ball to Foreman, who makes some moves and picks up 23 yards. A few plays later, and we see Gilbert out of the pocket. He's rushing the ball and gains 11 yards. He avoids contact right here with a unique approach.
Very unique. Gilbert follows up his shoulder slide with a 20-yard strike across the middle to Hart. He's down at the 6, which sets the stage for a Foreman touchdown run. The junior back gets the ball, he kicks it out the left side, and he splits a pair of defenders, and the scoreboard now reads 22-0.
With a comfortable lead, Turlock hands the offense over to Mello, who continues to show off his rushing skills. The junior turns nothing into something on this 14-yard rush. He heads for the sideline, but boom, tack on a late hit to that play. Mello back at it, navigating his way downfield for a 31-yard pickup here.
And what a great job following his lead blockers. This kid has vision.
And that teamwork leads to a 3-yard touchdown plunge from Perrion to put Turlock up 28-0 in the final minute of the third quarter.
And now Pitman diving into its playbook, trying to get on the board. A halfback pass from Joey Stout falls into the hands of DJ Sizemore. It's a Bulldog interception, and Pitman's second turnover leads to Turlock's fifth and final touchdown of the game. An 18-yard run from Mello on the far side of the field, and just like that, the final score is 35-0. Turlock picks up its 8th straight Harvest Bowl win.
Row, 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 row.
Let's go!
When we just came out, executed, we started off rough, but the team came together at half and we just finished it off. It runs very deep in the Turlock community and it brings everyone united. So it's just a very big part of the whole community.
I'm always aware of this game. You know, it's a little different than other games. Like, the emotions are really running high. You know, these guys know each other. They played youth football together in this town. You know, some of them are friends to this day. And always the emotions in this game seem hot. And so I never expect anything, you know, to go our way right out the gate. But sometimes it does. Didn't tonight. I thought Pitman did a great job. You know, they did a great job scheming our offense and played well defensively, and we did the same. So it was just a good defensive battle at the beginning of the game.
I'm not even sure who we had next. Our coaches kept us focused on Pitman, that's all we had.
Taking care of this game, I think, is important to our team. It wasn't always this way. It was a hard-fought, you know, battle to get our program to this level. So I'm just happy that our team continues to grow, get better every year.
Shout out to the lineman and Peter Mello. He ran his butt off the whole game. So he give big props to him.
Our goal is to win another league championship. You know, we're the defending league title holder, and we want to make sure we continue to do that. The way we're going to do that is like beating one opponent at a time. This week it was Pitman. Next time it'll be Downey.
Team totals on the night. Pitman's offense collected 101 total yards compared to Turlock's 333.
Now, as for the individual stats, quarterback Cole Gilbert picked up 92 yards of passing and 1 touchdown, while JT Foreman got 106 all-purpose yards on 20 carries and 2 receptions. He also got that touchdown. And Peter Mello, picked up 100 yards and a touchdown on 7 carries.
As for Pitman's individual stats, running back Joey Stout stood out from the crowd with 67 all-purpose yards out of those 100 total. He had 12 carries and 4 receptions on the night.
And a good note to pay attention to, all 5 of Turlock's touchdowns were scored by different players. That's a great way to spread the ball around.
Weapons.
Now, definitely a tough loss for the Pride. You never want to get shut out by your crosstown rival, but there was a silver lining. The Pitman defense played really well in the first half. They only allowed 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and that's even more impressive considering they suffered a loss within the opening minutes of the game when their defensive end, Christian Romero, went down with an injury.
Brandon Pacheco, the defensive coordinator, definitely has those kids ready to play. It'll be interesting to see how Pitman responds next week when they host Enoch High. And Enoch, they're coming off a spectacular offensive performance against Grigori. They lost, though, 48-61, but if they put up 48 points in a game, you know they have a high-powered offense.
And Turlock is also going to have their work cut out for them when they travel to Modesto next week to take on Downey, who just defeated Modesto High 57-6.
A lot of touchdowns going around. Unlike last week when we covered Ripon versus Hillmar, it was 7-3. And I bring that up because next week we're covering Hillmar once again, this time at home when the Yellow Jackets take on the Houston Huskies.
Yeah, and both of these teams have suffered 2 losses in a row. They're both 5-2, both looking to make that final push, even though it's the beginning of the season, to stay in the playoff hunt.
Right, both teams have lost to TVL stalwarts. Hillmar dropped games to Ripon and Escalon. Houston dropped games to Escalon and a revamped Livingston team. So, man, this is a must-win game for both teams. Otherwise, their season will be over before it even really starts. Of course, you can find that game at turlockjournal.com, and you can find all the updates, including Angie's stories, on the website, as well as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter if you follow at Turlock Journal. So until next week, I'm Frankie Tovar.
I'm Angelina Martin.
Thank you for tuning in to The Blitz.